Welcome back, everyone, to the Preferred Office Machines post-game show. Rob Bentley and Sandy Golston with you from Jim Wink Arena, where we're joined by the head coach of the Ferris State Bulldogs, Andy Brockema. Coach, no, not the result you wanted, 109-107 here in double overtime, but what a battle here today against Minnesota Duluth.
Yeah, I thought we played really good, honestly. They're a very good team, and I thought we played good. I thought they played pretty good. They made a couple more timely plays, in the second overtime there. So that's what it was. We needed to make those plays, and we would have won. And glad we played the game. It stinks. I'm still thinking about that first overtime when all of a sudden a free throw contest broke out and they went to the line 5 times in a row. And I just don't know. I don't get it sometimes. I gotta try to understand better and certainly look at the film. And I know one thing. I'm not always right, and I don't see it clearly all the time. But 5 straight trips to the free throw line where we had no chance to defend, no chance to compete, no chance to do anything. And I thought that stunk, but we stuck with it. And then second overtime, we get some great looks early. They don't go in. And then they get the freebie, right? We turn it over, they throw it up the floor and get the layup uncontested. It's like, oh man, everything was so earned today. When you give them free ones at the line and when you give them free layups off of turnovers, those were 2 tough plays. But our guys battled. And this is what we like to do. We like to play the good teams, and appreciate Justin for coming here and playing. And today they deserve to win.
Obviously, you mentioned it right there. Talk about that opportunity just for these guys to get back on the floor, playing a game like this here as student athletes. You look forward to matchups like this.
Yeah, no doubt. It makes for. Although we didn't know we were going to play them till late, so we had a couple practices before we knew we were going to play them. But when you're playing a team like this, or now we're going to play conference, your practices tend to be good because you're fired up to play what are going to be, really good teams and competitions. So, coaches think it should be that way all the time. But when 13 teams tried, nobody beat them. Okay, and we tried and we didn't beat them. And hope we get another shot at them someday.
Obviously, first ever matchup against Minnesota Duluth. Maybe talk about the players they had and what they did well against you guys on the offensive end.
Well, they're very talented. They're very talented, and they run a lot of sets, and they made timely shots. And we talked about it like a crystal ball. We were in the locker room saying, hey, listen, it's going to be back and forth, and it's all going to be about making timely plays in the end. And they probably just made one more than us. And but they spread the floor with a lot of shooters, and their 5-man is really unique. And he's undersized, but he's a playmaker. He leads them in assists, rebounding, second in points. He can really pivot, move. He can put some pressure on you. So how you defend him, and you don't really defend him. No one really has, but I thought we did better in the second half. And obviously we had some size advantage on offense, so we got him in some foul trouble too, which I think making him defend is a big deal too.
How important was it to come back and have a game like this and play well for the most part after what happened just prior to the holiday break with the game at Lewis, and as you get ready for conference action this week?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how important it is. I just know how much losing sucks. That's all I know. And losing always hurts worse than winning feels good. And if you're a coach out there, you know that. And if you're a competitor, if you're in athletics like we are, like you guys are, you know that. And it's only a good story if you win. And today we didn't win, so the story is good for them.
Obviously back to work now as you get ready for 2 tough matchups later on this week against Wayne State and Saginaw Valley.
I keep staring at this and hoping it's changing the other way, like we got the 109, and it doesn't get easier. You just hope in moments like this, it teaches us to beat Wayne, to beat Saginaw, because those games are going to come down to 1 play or 2 plays, or just playing when you're tired. I mean, I wanted to rotate more, and then we had all those free throws in the first half like I was complaining about, which I probably shouldn't here in the interview, but I don't know how many people are listening anyway, so it makes me feel good. But we had enough rest. And we didn't have to sub, and then we went to the second overtime, and we got a little tired, but so were they. So
Coach, thanks for the time, and we look forward to talking to you again later on this week.
Yeah, it was one other thing, Robert. It was just great to pull this together. Honestly, it's good to work at a spot where we had a couple games canceled, and we didn't just move on. We were allowed to throw out a tweet and take all comers and say, let's have a game, and everybody showed up, and we got the staff here, we got the table here, we got officials, we got fans, and we marketed it, and we got some canned foods for people, and I'm very happy about that too, and that means that we want to win here, and being one of 2 Division IIs that have won a football and basketball national championship. I saw that stat the other day. It was mesmerizing. I think, what is it? Sometimes we talk about what we don't have here, but we got something that nobody else has except for one other school, and more to come with the other sports. So pretty special place. Keep it in perspective, and Happy New Year, everybody.